Peace and blessings, everyone. I'm just online and I ran across this article on Yahoo entitled "Controversial DNA Pioneers Talk Halted." It's about James Watson, who is a geneticist and a co-discoverer of the DNA structure. Well, he's supposed to have had a talk of some kind at London Science Museum, but it was canceled. He's a Nobel Prize winner. Now it was canceled because of some remarks that he recently made, and I read through it, and I'm going to discuss it and just give you my general thoughts on what he said. It's going to be controversial. I already know what I'm going to say, but like I said, this is my general thoughts straight off the top of my head on how I think about it. And just always remember, though, the important thing is we focus on the truth. All right. No matter how bad it may seem, how hard it is to take, it's still all about truth, uncompromising truth. Okay. So the first thing that he said, which was that directly contributed to it being canceled, was he stated that it says a 79-year-old American was quoted as saying he was inherently gloomy about the prospect of Africa because all our social policies are based on the fact that their intelligence is the same as ours, whereas all the testing says not really. So he's saying blacks aren't as intelligent as whites. All right. He told the paper he hoped that everyone was equal, but added, people who have to deal with black employees find this is not true. All right. Something else he has said in the past were he suggested that women should have the right to abortions if tests could determine their children would be homosexual. And back in 2000, it says he shocked an audience at the University of California when he advanced a theory about a link between skin color and sex drive. So the more skin color you have, the more melanin you have, the greater your sex drive. Excuse me. So let's deal with the first issue. Blacks not being as intelligent as whites. Well, if we look at it from one direction, that being that whites have been in power as a race, over the most recent millennium of years, by way of force, slavery, colonialism, whatnot, and usually, and I use slavery here in America as an example, what they did was blacks were not allowed to learn the same as whites were. So the whites got to go to school, blacks didn't. And thus what you're going to have is, of course, one race is not going to be as intelligent as the other because one is being held down. It's not being allowed to grow intellectually, to learn. So if you had that, of course, that's going to be a result. Now let's assume that that's not what he's saying. That what he's saying is, as a race of people, everything being even, everybody gets the same schooling, that's going to come out that whites are more intelligent than blacks. I don't know. I don't know the truth of that. I want to say no, that's not true. Because, sure, we have plenty of of intelligent blacks. So, you know, being a black, you know, naturally you want to stand up and defend your own race. So, naturally I want to say, no, it's not true. Any race, every race is just as smart as another race. All right? I mean, because what? If we go and we really start getting into the stereotypes, then really Asians are the smartest. They're smarter than whites, and whites are smarter than blacks. So, I don't know. And even then, it's probably about schooling and things of that nature. So, once again, as a whole, I don't know the truth of that, and I'm not gonna say it's not true, but I can't say it is true. But I can speak on situations whereas the intelligence of blacks was retarded, held back because of one race of people dominating them and preventing them from growing. Right? Another thing that came to mind is, excuse me, that maybe it is true, and in this sense, maybe we're not as intelligent as whites when it comes to scheming, conniving, backstabbing, trying to figure out ways to oppress another person, other people, to all that stuff. If you look through the history of Europeans and the things they have done to expand around the globe, the main thing they're doing, come to here to America, the backstabbing and the back alley deals, whatnot. They connive to get more and more land here in America. The Mexicans and the Indians, all that. Maybe we're not that smart. We're not that intelligent. We don't think that way. So maybe we are less intelligent when it comes to that. Because obviously they are intelligent people. They constantly get it going. This capitalism thing. And so, like I said, when it comes to that, maybe we aren't as intelligent when it comes to that. But maybe at the same time, our intelligence comes in a different way. We are more highly intelligent spiritually. Blacks have a deeper understanding of spirituality and God, a deeper connection with God. Why I say that? Just my general observations. It could be my own messed up reality, but that's what it is. That's what it appears to me. Sure, you know, there are plenty, all races, you know, worship a God. But if you look within the black community, to me, there is something different there. I don't know if I'm going to call it special. There is some different type of connection there that we have with God. Whatever God it you want to try to name. But with the concept of God and understanding God and being with God, there's something there. And anyone who observes blacks, whites, spirituality, religion, and looks at the black race, I think it speaks for itself that is true, that is there. There's something there about black people and God. I don't know. I just believe it is. To me, it's just something that shows that there is. The truth. Maybe the truth is there isn't. That I'm just being biased because I'm black. And I'm delusional. That could be true. But what I see, there is something there. We have a greater intelligence of God. We have the different. We have. If you go to New York, there are so many. You know, you have the Nation of Islam. You have the 5%ers. You have, it's just this, I don't know, it's hard to put in words. This awakening we have within ourselves, blacks. It's like I said, it just seems like there's a connection with God, and for whatever reason, I don't know why. Here in America, Africa, wherever, there is something there that seems to be more powerful than exists with Europeans. That's all I'm saying. The abortion thing, I don't really speak on that. If anybody knows, the stance of my political party, I believe in pro-choice and pro-life. A woman has the right to decide if she wants to keep her child. If she doesn't want to keep her child, then we should have the technology that enables that fetus to be removed from that woman at any point in time in her pregnancy, whether it's the first month, first week, first day. Can remove that egg, fetus, whatever stage it is, and bring it to full term, and then give it up for adoption. All right, so she can make her own choice whether or not she wants to keep that child. All right, but with pro-life, we don't want to end the life of that child. There's debate exactly when does life begin, but hey, that's this end all question debate. If you don't want it, give it up, and we give it to someone else, or really the country should take care of it. All right. Now that means eliminating the welfare system and adoption. I'm not talking about well, let's have the state pay for it, but because I believe in giving it money and then it just be taken care of. All right, it's taken care of. Everyone should be taken care of. So it's raised and taken care of. It takes a village. All right, it takes a village. So everyone takes care of it. The sex drive thing. Now, I don't know. Do blacks have a greater sex drive than whites? Well, I don't know. I know blacks do have a great amount of sex drive. I couldn't say for sure. But one thing I did think of is that if it is true that on average blacks are more well endowed than whites, meaning they have a larger penis, then I think that would speak something to the sex drive. If you have a larger penis, that probably would make you more prone to want to have sex. I would guess. You have more down there. You want to have more sex, and so something could be there. But once again, if that's true, of course, that's a stereotype. I think it says on average, the average male penis is 5 inches, but I never heard by race what average. I think on average for all males, it's supposed to be like 5 inches, something like that. But once again, if it's true, that's something interesting. Of course, he's gotten in trouble for all this he said, but the thing is, truth. Is it true? If it is, you can't get mad at it. You take it in, you process it, and you move forward with it. But don't just throw it out, put it aside because you don't like it, because you think, it's ridiculous or whatever. It doesn't matter if you think it is, because if it isn't, then you're just wrong, and you're being closed-minded and blinded to the truth. You refuse to look at the truth. And of course, we do that in many things. We refuse to accept the truth and look at the truth and want the truth. But we got to do that. All right? So that's my thoughts. I'm sure I hear plenty, and I want to hear it. All right? God bless. Peace and love.